Hello guys, welcome. Today I'll be giving you guys something that you are going to love. All right. I believe you all loved my previous video where I talked about search delegates. Yeah, I'm currently working on another video that you're definitely going to love. All right. So what I want to introduce to you is called My Feedback. It's a plugin that I just created, and you can see it was added 5 hours ago. Currently there's no like and all that, so go ahead and give it a like, try it out, and let me know what you think about the plugin. So what this plugin does, it helps you collect feedback from your app. Okay, so I know there are other feedback packages online, feedback plugins to online. You might be wondering, why did I go ahead to create this? Okay, the reason why I created this was because I was working on a client project. Okay, so the client asked me to, if there's any way to add a feature whereby users should be able to send feedbacks, bug requests, and improvements. And he wants the users to be able to record their screen, like the screen of the application, take screenshots, or upload from gallery. Like, he wants to have those 3 features in the plugin. Okay, so I searched through pub.dev. I saw a couple of plugins and packages that offers screenshots, feedback, and all that, but no, I couldn't find anyone that gave me those 3 features: screen recording, screen annotation, and gallery. So it won't be ideal to use different packages to achieve one feature, right? So I decided to go the other route, like by creating it from scratch. Okay, so as you can see, this is my feedback. It's a simple dependency. It's a simple plugin that you can just use in your Flutter application, and it's lightweight. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and give you a walkthrough. You can see it's a plugin that helps developers collect user feedback seamlessly with features like screen recording, screenshot annotation. You can draw on your screenshot and all that. You can set description with your user ID, and you can also upload from your gallery. Okay, so it just simplifies the process of collecting bugs, requests, and all that from users. All right, so you can see it's just simple installation. You just have to add your Android configuration, add your services in your manifest file. This is optional, but you can still add it. We have the iOS configuration, right? Where you just, because the plugin requests mic when it's recording your screen, and it also requires a photo library when it's trying to pick from your gallery. So it's just simple. First thing you need to do is to wrap your widget with My Feedback widget, and you have this to show the feedback model, and then you pass your user ID and all that. So I'm going to show you guys how this is done, right? So let's dive into. All right, so here we are with a dummy Flutter application. You can see there's nothing here, and you can see the UI, just dummy and nothing. All right, but I just have some buttons to send your feedback. So I don't know how you plan to handle it in your own project, so you can do it whichever way. Just have any button. Maybe you want users to perform some actions before it pops up, so it depends on your use case. Okay, so first thing we need to do is to go to our prospect.yaml file. So right here we need to add a dependency, which is My Feedback. Okay, so this is, if you go to installing, you'll be able to see 1.0.1. So I've already added that in my prospect.yaml file, My Feedback. So that's the only dependency you need to get this working. All right, so while that is done, if you scroll down, you see we have other installation steps. Here we have the Android configuration, where you need to add your Android, because we need record audio for the screen recorder, because you need to, users might want to record their voice, right? And also we need to write to external storage and read from external storage and all that, so it's required. Then we have a services for foreground, and we also need to add this iOS configuration. So you know that this purple string is very important to know tell the system why you're using microphone and photo library. Okay, So I've already added those stuffs, so I'll just show you how I did it. So first thing, if you go to your manifest file, Android manifest file, you will see that I've already added this on top the application tag. Then if you scroll down, you will see that I added the services under the application tag as well. Okay, so I think I missed step here. I forgot to like explain this number 3 fully to your Android manifest file under the application tag. So I'm supposed to like update this documentation. So but just follow my steps through this video, you're going to understand it properly. Then next thing you want to do is to go to your prospect, your iOS directory, and under info.plist file, you want to add the other purpose string. So if you already have this purpose string, there's no point for you adding this one again. You can just maybe update the string, right? So be careful so that you will not have duplicate keys, right, in your info.plist file. But you can just modify the string a little bit to suit what you're trying to achieve with microphone and photo library. All right. So while that is done, the next step here you can see is to wrap our Material or Cupertino app with my feedback widget. Okay. Then the next thing is to start the feedback and receive results. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to my main.dat, which is here. I'm going to wrap my Material app with my feedback. Okay. So while that is done, there is no much thing. The reason why I added this stuff here is so that later on, when I want to add customizations like colors and all that, it will be easier to configure them. All right. So feel free to, since it's open source, feel free to pull the plugin and do whatever you want to do. All right, and create a PR. I'll review it and merge it. No. So and next thing we want to do now is the button to trigger the send your feedback. Right. It's just few lines of code. Just 2 lines of code. So we can now get this start feedback and receive updates. So I'm going to go any button that you have that you want to use to trigger the feedback model. So we can just import this, my feedback caller. So I'm going to use a log here. So let me just log this result. So this result is in form of a feedback media result model that you can convert to JSON. So I'm going to show you the result once we convert it. But if you convert it, it will return like this. Like the username of the person that is sending the bug request and all that, the additional test, feedback type. So we have different feedback types. We have bug and improvements. Okay, so we have media. So media actually has, you can set screenshots, and the screenshot has a URL type of is a byte, this uint 8 list, right? Then we have another type, which is video, is a URL. You can see it has support for .mp4, so it will be easier for you to upload it to your server. Then we have type image, which is when user picks image from their phone, right? So the mp4 is more like the screen recording result. So you have it here .jpg, JPG for images. All right. So if we go back here now I've added the necessary things. I like going to debug console to see if there's any error. So we have gone there. So what I'm going to do now is to send your feedback by clicking on this button to show you how it works. So once you tap on it, you can see that it's showing us this model. Report a bug is something in the app malfunctioning or not working as expected. So you need to put it there. You need to like for the users to see. All right. So we also have another one to suggest an improvement, or you can cancel. All right. So if you click cancel, it cancels. If you click let's say report a bug, it takes you to the bug screen, right, where you see submit button, user identifier at gmail.com. This is more like the parameter that is accepting for you. And I don't know, you might want to send this is default, you must send it, let's say the user email or any method that you're using to identify a particular user in your app. So you need to make sure you pass that user ID as a string. So then on results, whatever returns, okay, you're going to get it there. So first thing, let's just say there's an additional test that the user wants to enter. So I'll just click there and say hello. All right. So once that is done, we can now, let me click on take screenshot and see what happens. It's going to take us to the, it's just going to like take us to the app. So this way users can navigate through your app everywhere, depending on the screen that they want to take the screenshots, right? These two buttons here is from the feedback package, feedback plugin. It's always going to be visible as long as users has activated take a screenshot. So you can scroll to anywhere in your app, anywhere you can go, anywhere, deep settings, accounts, anywhere in your app, right? Once you have gotten to the screen that you want to capture, you just click on this button here to capture. And once you do that, it's going to take you to a draw on screen screen where you are going to be able to maybe annotate on the screenshot and all that. You can draw any color that you want and all that, just whatever you want to draw, right? You can draw and also clear it. So once you're done, or once the user is done, you can just click on this button to save, right? It automatically appends as a list right inside the report bug screen. The next one is record screen. So you can click on this button here to record screen, okay, and you can start it. Okay, I need to move this a little bit. So you can start it. So basically this record screen is going to give you an option to record screen and microphone, record screen only. So you can just select the one you want, and by default I timed it to 2 minutes. Okay, so once it gets to 1 minute, once it gets to 1 minute, it will automatically end the video recording. Okay, so we're trying to like save space and all that. So you can see the countdown is just reading depending on how long you're interacting with your app. So while it's reading, you can go on and be interacting with your application, doing anything you want to do. Once you're done, you just click, maybe since you activated audio, you can be speaking as a user, you can be speaking about features that are not working well, things that you need improvement on, right? Once you're done with it, you can just click on the stop, okay? And you can see the video has been added here as well, right? So while you have the video, you can also do the same thing for select gallery image, okay? Once you select gallery image, it's going to open your picker for you to pick image. Once the user is done, right, just click on submit. Okay, you click on submit. Now you will be the one now to receive that result inside data available. So it's left for you to do whatever you want to do with the data. Okay, remember I told you that this one, you can see the data available. It has the email ID that was passed in, which is user_identifier@gmail.com. It has the string that was passed, more like the additional text. It has the feedback type, which is a bug, okay? It has media. You can also decide to select maybe improvement, okay? It's another type of feedback type. Then we have the first type, which is a screenshot, okay? This screenshot is this, you can see this is a byte. So you might want to like convert it to whatever how you want to convert it to get the file path and then push it to the user. So later on in the next versions, I plan to work on this guy. So instead of returning a byte, I will just return a file, right? I'll return a file to you, all right, instead. And if you scroll down, I think this is too long, right? This is a byte, so it's too long. Then we have the last one, which is a video. Okay, this is the video type of video. It has the URL of string that ends with .mp4. So this is just basically what the app does, what the plugin does. It just helps you to record the screen, capture screenshot, capture gallery, and returns the value to you. So from here, you can just look for a way to handle it, because I'm already returning the data in form of a JSON for you. So it shouldn't be that much. So you can just check if value is not null, right? Which is the first thing that you want to check. Then you can just go on and get, let's say you want to get email. You can say value dot, we have feedback type, right, is an enum, so you can convert it to a string. We have the message, we have the something is missing, yeah, we have the email ID. Then the media, since it's a list, so you can look through it. So let's say you do something like for var in value.media, okay? So from here you can get the URL of the images. So let's say since the type here is a string, remember I already told you guys what the strings are. So the first string that we have is, if you view the media model, let's say the media model, you will notice, I think, all right, so it's not here. So you will notice that here we have, based on what is returning to you, you have the media type, screenshot. We have screenshot as the first one. Okay, so I'm supposed to like update this later on to like support enum, just the way we have for the feedback type. Okay, then we have screenshot, we have image, and we have record. Okay, so I think this record is more like, yeah, this is video, not record. So we have video, image, screenshot. The screenshot is a byte, the image is a string, the video is a string. So if you want to map it and save it to your database, it will be easier to just say if type maybe is equal to screenshot. So you just know that, okay, this is actually a byte. All right. If it's actually, so you can just say if type is equal to, if type, right, is screenshot. So you can say this is a byte. Just something simple like this. Then here you can say this is a string. So now you know what to do depending on how you're saving it to your database, maybe form data, Firebase, storage, or whatever. You will know how to handle that. Okay, so this is pretty much it. There's not much thing to do. It's more like a simple plugin, and so far I've been able to implement it in my app and it's working perfectly, right? I'm using it and the client actually loves it. So I believe it's something you're also going to love. All right, so this plugin is open source. All right, so if you have any suggestion, any feature improvements that you want to add, right, fork it, and if there's any improvement you think that you need to improve and any feature that you need to add, just create a PRO, right, ping me via my email. Anyhow, I'm going to receive the notification, review it, and also make you a contributor to that plugin. All right, so guys, this is everything that I want to show you guys. Don't forget to give it a like. Okay, give the plugin a like. So don't forget to give the plugin a like. All right, and also share it with your friends if you find it useful. I'm going to see you all in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe, right, and also like the video. And thank you so much guys for watching. I so much appreciate your time.